If you're thinking about going to the DreamWorks Water Park at Xanadu in New Jersey, and maybe checking out the Nickelodeon Universe theme park right beside it as well, this is absolutely a video about that. Oh, geez, that thing just went upside down. Is it supposed to do that?
Hanging with nature, chocolate bar, cat cage needs a life. Buffy with birds, squishy with bark, cat cage needs a life. Cat cage needs a life, yeah.
What's up? It's Kev Cage, good seeing ya. Let's check out this DreamWorks Water Park in the Mega Mall, formerly known as Xanadu. It's called American Dream now, and it took 20 years to build, but that's another story for another day. We currently live in SoCal, but had never been here, so we wanted to check it out while visiting family over the holidays, which you might think is irrelevant, but it's important for context. First thing, we decided to get a SkyBox Suite. They have cabanas that are poolside, but they also have these individual, kind of like hotel rooms that you have to key into and everything that are a step above that. The hoops I had to jump through to rationalize the obscene cost of this tiny room were many, including telling myself it was okay because I hit 4 of a kind with a kicker gambling on my phone the night before. If you live in the area and you're just going for the day, you probably don't need this. But we were living out of suitcases, we had some stuff we didn't want to leave in the car, and the idea of a locked area to store all of our gear with a private place to change was awesome. Was it worth it? Probably not for 95% of guests, but I was incredibly happy to have it, despite the room feeling every bit of the 80+ degrees the water park temperature is. The only other perks you get are a private hot tub area, which is in fact pretty sweet, some included soda and water in the mini fridge, and 2 free towels. This is a good time to mention that they do not have free towels to use while you're there. You either bring your own or you have to buy one for almost $30. So that's another justification for the Skybox. Luxuriating with almost $60 worth of collectible DreamWorks towels. The water park itself is actually quite nice, very clean, and more detailed than I was expecting. A solid mix of individual slides and raft rides, a big play area for the little ones, a lazy river, all the classics. It also has some sort of log flume roller coaster kind of thing. We didn't go on it because the wait was like an hour. It went right over the private hot tub where I was sitting and watched one log go by like every 12 minutes. And they have a fast pass for it, which of course bogs down the standby. If you've watched anything on this channel before, you know I'm usually against upselling, and despite dropping like $700 on the Skybox, I absolutely was not springing for fast pass. If you've been to a Great Wolf Lodge, the stuff to do here is pretty close to what they offer. Something that I think DreamWorks Park does better, all the rides are very clearly marked and described. Sometimes at Great Wolf you have to like guess or ask to see what kind of thing you're getting into. This was all super clear, so if you're with non-swimmers or little kids, you can know ahead of time exactly what the ride is like and whether or not it's for you. Weird to say that information is a big plus, but water parks get that wrong a lot. I don't care if a slide has twists and turns, I want to know how forceful it is and if my kid has a chance of falling out of the raft. Again. If you have a Skybox and I assume a cabana, you can order food directly to them, which was fine I guess, though it didn't seem to cut the wait at all. We got typical water park fare. If you're a food snob, you can leave and eat somewhere in the mall and come back, though I'm sure the people at fancier establishments aren't going to be stoked that you reek of chlorine and are getting the chair wet. Just eat the pizza. What I was disappointed to discover, though, is that there is no booze sold here. None. I guess Great Wolf doesn't mind selling you a 32-ounce Long Island iced tea because you can go upstairs and sleep it off. Trying to stay overnight in the Skybox Suite would get the authorities involved, and no one needs that. While you can't sleep there, you can store your stuff there until they close. So we left to eat and go to Nick Universe without having to lug all of our stuff around. Again, probably not worth almost $1,000 for that perk, but it was clutch once we were already pot committed. I think that covers it? It's a really well-kept water park with one of the world's biggest wave pools, a good number of raft rides and slides, and plenty to keep kids entertained. If you enjoy this sort of thing for a few hours, you can easily convince yourself you're on vacation somewhere more exciting than East Rutherford, New Jersey. Now, I just checked the prices for a Saturday in February. It's $356 for 4 tickets to DreamWorks, and $546 to stay at the Great Wolf Lodge in the Poconos the same day. Not exactly cheap. But for another $200 at Great Wolf, you technically get a second day at the water park since you can use it after you check out, and you get a room for the night. And you can drink. So I guess choosing one over the other just depends what you're looking for. Okay, so our plan was to do a half day at the water park and a half day at Nickelodeon Universe. I probably wouldn't do it this way again, but we were pressed for time. Nick Universe stays open later, but the kids were kind of cooked from swimming in the morning and didn't have the stamina to do a bunch of long wait times even after refueling with dinner. If you can believe it, I have even less footage of this than of the water park, so I'll make it quick. 2 of the main roller coasters were closed, including one that's apparently been down for a year, so that was a bummer. But it's a perfectly enjoyable park. There's enough to do for little kids and older ones. The spinning shredder coaster we went on was actually way better than I thought it was going to be. You could spend a day here if you wanted, especially if you're not getting a fast pass. You can pay per ride if you want, just to hop in quick, or you can get the all-access wristband. Or you could do what my friend Mark MP did and bring your kids so you can say hi to us, but then not let them go on anything except the free playground you can climb on. Brutal. If you're an adult who likes theme parks, you'll like this just fine. If you hate theme parks, just get wristbands for your kids and catch up with them later, I guess. No beer here either, folks. Would it have killed them to make a Stimpy Stout? I kid. Kinda. Okay, that's it. Subscribe for more mostly unhelpful content like this. And remember, if you're lucky enough to be at the DreamWorks Water Park or Nickelodeon Universe, you're lucky enough. Bye!